What does your culture feel like every single day when your athletes walk through that door or when they jump in the pool? And I would argue, and there's certainly more to it, but I could break down what culture and environment is to connection, fun, and buy-in. If you can cover those three things, you've created a really good environment where culture can thrive. Now, I like to share these quotes from Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is a former college American football coach. I think he's won 3 national championships, 2 with Florida, 1 with Ohio State. But in his book, he says, the strength of a team is determined by the strength of the connections on the team. What he's saying there is he could have 50 of the best football players in the world on his team, but if they're not connected, he doesn't actually have a good team. They're competing for themselves. Now, especially for a football team where team is so important, it's important to the result of the game, literally, because if one person doesn't do their job, then the other 10 players on the field can't do their job. But the same thing applies to swimming. If the person in the lane next to me is goofing off, not paying attention, that becomes a distraction for this swimmer. And all of a sudden, that starts to spread like a virus, right? He's distracted, they're distracted. All of a sudden, you have a team that's not focused on the mission in front of them. Another quote he says is, trust is earned through your repeated behavior over time, not granted by your position. And I believe that Urban is talking directly to us coaches with this quote. We are fortunate to be in a position of leadership. For many of us, we have earned that. But it is only a title. Your title is coach. Your title is head coach, director. But you need to earn the trust of your athletes. You're not just granted that trust because of your position. And to earn that trust is really tricky, as we know. You need to produce results, but you also need to connect to them as humans. So don't take your place as coach for granted, and understand when you raise the level of intensity or you demand a little bit more from them, you better have hoped to have shown them before through your repeated actions that they deserve, or you deserve, their attention. You have to earn that from them. Okay, so one of my favorite stories to tell is related to connection. I love and cherish my relationships with my athletes. It's where I find the most fulfillment and joy from what I do. I would argue that relationships are a combination of trust and buy-in. So buy-in meaning I believe in what